to do with it. So, hello, how are you guys doing today?
Yep.
Nathan Tyner.
James Adams.
So glad you're here. Thank you.
Yes.
So one of the things I wanted to ask about today, so we are fortunate enough to be here in the great state of Texas.
Woo! Whoop.
One of the things that is kind of a fantastic thing and can kind of be a little frightening are our wonderful storms. And
We
those
just had
thunderstorms.
an actual tornado roar through Dallas.
Yeah, we did.
Big deal.
Yep, just
Death and
Sunday,
destruction.
Monday.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a thing. So you had a question that has come up as far as post-storm inspection
Yes.
of your electrical. Storms obviously are bad for a lot of things, but electrical too.
Oh, absolutely. Well, and we get a bunch of, even if there's not a tornado, we get a bunch of surges and lightning strikes like crazy.
Yeah, here in North Texas and a lot of other states, Florida. In your comments, leave below if you live in a state where there's a lot of lightning or electrical activity that way, because that's we're talking to you about this.
Absolutely. Yeah, so what happens, even if your house isn't hit directly by lightning,
Yep.
you have surges that happen, or if your power goes off and then comes back on, there's that huge surge on the grid.
Right.
So what are some things that can happen, and what are some of the things that maybe we would look for
Okay.
after that storm came through?
So, when I'm talking with another homeowner, what I'm going to talk about basically sort of your guideline to check as a homeowner. Post-storm, the power's back on, maybe some things are damaged, but you're back in the house, you're good. Is think of this, everything that's in your home that has a circuit board,
Yeah,
you need to check.
absolutely.
Now, on the electrician side, here's what that means. In your breaker box, if you have a newer house, you'll have a circuit breaker that has a button on it. It's either a GFI and an arc fault breaker, has a circuit board. This piece of junk does not. Circuit board. In your bathrooms and kitchens, a lot of times you'll have a GFCI plug, a safety plug,
Yeah.
that has a test and reset, has a circuit board.
Yep.
Look up, you should have a smoke detector. Smoke detectors have circuit boards.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I think we talked about a transformer for furnace.
Yes, your air conditioning or your furnace for the thermostat, it has a little low voltage transformer that supplies your Nest or your thermostat you have on the wall, and those are often damaged as well.
Yeah, well, and it's great. So as a lot of technology comes out and it makes our life easier,
Yes.
we're surprised at those small circuit boards that help us with that.
Right.
So I've been surprised a couple years ago when we installed new LED light bulbs.
Yes.
And after a large lightning
Yes.
storm came through, the
That's
bulbs
right.
weren't working.
Right.
So we went out to troubleshoot and eventually found that it was the
Right.
bulbs.
Right. So those are the electrical portions, and then as you go through the rest of your property, almost all of your newer appliances are circuit board based.
Absolutely. Yep.
Microwaves, ovens,
Dryers, washers,
laundry.
dishwashers.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
So something as an aside, another video is look at potentially a surge protector.
Absolutely.
Whole
That's what I
different
was gonna say
thing.
that.
But post-inspection report is really going through and testing, especially the safety devices, GFCIs, circuit breakers, and smoke detectors.
Yeah.
Are they functional? Okay. Normally, those aren't things you're going to look to test yourself as a homeowner. Like lights are back on, I can go back to work or
Absolutely.
whatever.
Yep.
Get back to Netflix. Well, we're talking about priorities.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Well, and some of those that we're mentioning aren't the obvious ones. So obviously, if
Right.
your computer, your TV, something like that gets cooked, you'll
Right.
notice
Right.
quickly.
So on the post-inspection report, that's what we're talking about when we go to our clients post-storm. Is we have a pretty razor-sharp focus in terms of safety equipment.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
On my side of things. So again, smoke detectors, breakers,
Smoke alarms.
GFCIs. So those three are really the big three safety-wise.
Absolutely.
And they're often really easy to overlook because once you're back in the house, storm has passed, lights are on.
You just happen to be back and safe.
Exactly, and you don't even think about it. And those, the circuit board on each one of those makes those items work. It gives them the capacity to give you safety.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So you've got to get them checked.
Well, and aside from us just coming in and testing these things, once we're done, how do we pass that information along to the client and let them know what we found?
Well, we're always going to issue a written report
Okay.
because a lot of times post-storm there's going to be insurance involved.
Absolutely.
Right.
So this report will help with the claim process.
It should, absolutely. Because if it's not documented, it's not helpful.
And this is helpful because it's documented by a master electrician.
Correct.
Awesome.
Somebody with license, with insurance, who's respected in that circle, that community.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So there you go. Post-storm, call a trusted electrician, get your safety devices inspected.
Like and subscribe. Leave comments below. We'd love to hear from you guys.
Want to hear those stories? Thank you, man.
Absolutely.
Take care.